Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I had a lot going on. I dyed my hair pink, we moved house, and yeah, it's just been busy. I have got a lot of footage pre-recorded, so I'm actually filming on my phone at the moment because my camera died because I forgot that you have to charge those things. So that's why we're back on the phone for a minute, and I have a lot of footage filmed on my camera, which will go up after this, but I haven't worked out how to make it compatible with my laptop, so I don't have a Mac or anything. I'm trying to move around so I don't have glare. Let's go here. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I don't have a Mac, I just have a normal PC, and I need to do some research into a good editing program because when I film on my phone, I use a couple of different apps to edit my videos together. And that's kind of what I've got used to using, and I need to figure out the best way to edit them. So that's why there's been no videos. We also have only just had internet, so we've lived here 4 weeks now. And we had some hiccups with the internet company. Basically, they came and installed it and then just didn't connect the cable for some reason. So that was a whole problem. Yeah, today is a bit of a homey day. Megan is working. We have got some friends coming over later on for a takeaway and some board games. So that will be fun. I might do, the place is a tip, but I'm going to show you a couple of things in this flat. So we actually have a proper flat now. If you've been with me for a while, you may have noticed our old flat was actually a studio. So our living space and our bedroom space were one, and it worked. It was a brilliant first home setup, but we wanted a bit more room. We wanted it to feel more less student accommodation, because that was the vibe I got from that flat massively. Oh my arm, I haven't filmed in so long. Arm. And that's not very great. Let me put you on the bookshelf. Right, yeah, so we hadn't we just wanted a proper flat. So this flat we're in is a 1-bed property. We have moved areas, so we've moved about 20 miles away from where we were before. I'm still working round the corner from the old flat. Megan works round the corner from here, so we've basically just swapped our commute. And like I said, we're paying the same price here for what we paid back in Oxted when we lived there, for basically an extra room, so much better for us. We have had a few issues in this flat so far, I'm not gonna lie. So there is a bit of damp in this flat that we're trying to combat with the dehumidifier. We've got lots of the dehumidifier pots. We only really realised the damp was a big problem when I turned on the salt rock lamp that we have in the lounge, and it was just wet. It was in a pool of water, and from doing my research, that apparently salt rock lamps are very good at pulling moisture out of the air, but there was so much of it, it was just, there was a puddle on the side. So that's a problem. So we've got a dehumidifier running, we've got some of the little dehumidifier pots, and we're generally just trying to improve the ventilation of the property. It's an old building, so it's a Victorian style building. We're in one of 2 basement flats. So yeah, old windows again. But we've got a lovely fireplace and a couple of other nice little quirks in the flat. But yeah, I'm actually decorating the flat for autumn. It is only the end of August, but I love autumn and I'm kind of over this whole summer thing. So I'm just, sprucing it up. But I'm also changing around some of the photo frames in the flat, and I just thought I'd show you, because when you can't do much to a flat in a rental property or a rental house or whatever in terms of painting, the best way to spice up your space and make it your own is through prints and frames and things, but prints can get expensive. So there's something that we have been doing basically since we moved out, with our frames when we fancy a change, and I'm going to show you quickly because personally I think it's genius. So these are the frames that we have in the lounge. They're from IKEA, and we just have 3, and I don't know if you remember, we had this these 3 frames were all in the kitchen in the old place, and they all had like this pattern in them. When I went to Paris last year, I did buy some prints from like a side street thing, and they were a bit of an off size for these frames. So I've just layered them like that with some photo strips down the middle. I don't think I'm going to leave it like that forever, but it does for now. But with these little prints, they're actually wallpaper. Yeah, so they're actually wallpaper. So I take, I don't know how to phrase this. It's not stealing, but so when you go into a DIY store, so you know you can get like the little cards for paint and things like that with the colour codes on it. You can also take samples of wallpaper. They'll always have, when they've got the rolls of wallpaper down the decorating aisle, they usually have one that's open and you can rip off a bit to sample it at home. Yeah, so basically just do that. You find a print that you like, and you can rip off a piece like this and then cut it to size. On the more kind of fancy papers, I only take little bits, but that's because I don't just use them for prints, I also use them in my scrapbooks, so they make really nice backing paper. So this is the old floral print that was in the big frame, and I will just keep hold of that and probably use it in one of my scrapbooks for like when we've gone on a beach holiday as a nice backing. And I'm not like, I don't go around and take one of everything. It's just if I'm there for something else and there's a print or a pattern or a texture that I really like, then I will rip off some to either use in frames or in my scrapbook, just because I don't want to spend a fortune on prints, because they can be quite pricey when I kind of like to change it up every now and then. So yeah, that's just my little tip on a cheap way of filling a frame on a very low budget in a rental property, basically. I thought I'd also just quickly show you this frame. So we actually got this in HomeSense last night, and we wanted something to go above the bed, and it was just a really good size. So it will sit nicely above the bed, kind of in the middle, and we've just got all our pictures from like various little trips that we've done. So this was when we went to Poland. We've got Cape Verde, Meg being attractive as always. We went to Riga at the beginning of the year. Yeah, so it's just got various different pictures in there. So yeah, this is my little autumn setup so far. It's not quite done. Got my little pumpkin from last year. Oh, there we go. My little pumpkin from last year. And Megan's parents got us the cutest little house. I think it's ceramic or something like that, but it's really lovely. So that's going to permanently live here. But I just thought it looked quite nice with the autumnal theme that we've got all going. We had loads of loose like autumn leaves that we had bought for the wedding. Side note, that has been postponed. So I just got a bit of cotton thread and basically sewed them together. So there is a very thin bit of cotton there, but again, another kind of cheaper way of decorating the space without spending a fortune, because, oh god, this is why I don't film on the phone anymore. Because with, what's I going to say? Oh yeah, like autumn garlands and other kind of garlands like that, they can be very expensive for really what they are. So I didn't want to buy more just for the sake of it. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I know this has just been a bit of a random touch base and showing you a few little bits about the flat. Yeah, that's it really. I will have videos coming up soon. I've got a couple of videos coming up about the Open Uni. So I've got one talking about the final grades that we got from uni, and one which is an unboxing of my 3rd year materials. So they are both coming to you very soon, along with a bit of a rambly kind of closing video from the old flat. There are a few things that I needed to get off my chest with regards to the way that the managing agent and the landlord handled our departure from that flat. So yeah, that video is also coming, kind of showing the harsher reality of that can be private renting. So yeah, make sure that you're subscribed, and yeah, I'll chat to you next time. Bye bye.